Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahabashai, Bahakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS who have taught us this word and teach us this word today. And I want to give a salutation unto the elect of the nation of Israel. This is the brother Yatazak Ba with the GMS Nebraska camp. This is GMS Endeavor. And in this lesson, I want to cover this article from End Time Headlines titled, titled, Bill Gates warns that AI will likely replace humans for most things. Now, what this article, what this article shows as we read through it is that there's another industrial revolution being introduced through AI and robots and this new technology that Esau is attempting to implement and commercialize, and when you get into an industrial revolution, when you go to the first one, I just looked up industrial revolution on Google, and here's the AI overview, which is ironic, with this AI. But let's read into it. It says the industrial revolution was a period of technological and scientific advancement that transformed agrarian societies into industrialized ones. So what this is saying is, with the industrial revolution, you had steam engines that were introduced. You had textile machines that were introduced to where work that would usually have to be done by hand by a human being, machines came in so that work could be done easier and faster, and so that more product could go out, because we live in a consumer society, and to power a consumer society, you have to have mass production so that there can be more consumption, if that makes sense. And so that's why, when you read on, it says, machines were developed that increased production and made products cheaper to make and buy. Exactly. Just like with a textile machine, instead of having every blanket hand sewn, you make a machine that sews it for you. And now blankets are getting made way faster. You have, it's easier to make them. It's not so, taxing on a person or money wise, and so, basically what we're moving into is another industrial revolution to where, AI is stepping in. So let's read into the article to explain. So it says, Bill Gates recently shared some intriguing insights regarding the swift advancements in generative AI during an appearance on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. The Microsoft co-founder articulated a vision where AI would increasingly assume responsibilities across various professions, ultimately leading to a significant shift in the workforce landscape. And we're seeing different applications of this where they're speaking about how AI can come in to create, personalized vaccines for people. This is why, these robots are being created. And they say, what was one of the main selling points for Elon Musk's Optimus robots? He said that if you want somebody to mow your lawn for you, if you want somebody to clean up around the house for you, you can get this robot to do it so you don't have to do it yourself. So it's showing that they want to put these robots into different working positions where, you wouldn't need a human to be there. And so, we see it with, you call different businesses, and you have to talk to the robot. You have to ask to speak to a human and have to go through a whole runaround. There's different fast food places where the drive-through, is a AI now instead of speaking to a person. All different sorts of examples to where we see, where they're introducing AI and robots into the positions where humans would normally be working. So let's read on. It says, Gates remarked, "We are entering an era where intelligence is a rare commodity, a great doctor or an exceptional teacher. With the emergence of AI over the next decade, such expertise will become accessible and ubiquitous. Let's get that word ubiquitous. It says it will become accessible and ubiquitous. And ubiquitous means present, appearing, or found everywhere. So what they're saying is, let's read on. It says offering excellent medical advice and outstanding educational support. So instead of having to find, a human that does an exceptional job at teaching children, or that does an exceptional job at being a doctor, or these different things, you will just create a mass amount of AI and robots that do these jobs well, and you use them, and they will you won't need to find a human that teaches well. You won't need to find, or send people through the college process of being a good doctor. You got AI to do it. So this is showing, Esau wants to set it up to where AI is teaching our children, to where AI are the ones healing our people, healing people in hospitals and stuff like that. It says the shift is profoundly impactful, effectively addressing specific challenges such as the shortage of healthcare providers and mental health professionals. However, it also brings a considerable degree of disruption. Hell yeah, it brings a considerable degree of disruption. Because when you bring in, and start, what this will do is lay off a lot of people from their jobs. Because with AI, you don't have to pay this robot, so you can replace a human, and the business is saving money by not having to pay a person, or not having to provide them benefits, because AI is doing the job and they don't need paid, they don't need benefits. It's a machine. And what this is going to do is, like I mentioned before, it's going to lay a lot of people off, and we're going to see, this society in most corners of it be, ran by Esau's technology. Now, what does the scriptures speak about this in Revelation chapter 13, verse 14? So it says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. That beast being that that dragon with the 7 heads and 10 horns, being the NATO and EU, and who rides on top of that beast? It is that great whore, which is America. And so, this beast system is really Esau's system. America being the face of it. And within Esau's system, it's saying, that Esau, does miracles in the sight of the beast. You could really call this a miracle, to where you can create a machine that can, replicate things that a human should be able to do, or that you can type into an AI chatbot and want to learn, almost anything, and it gives you an answer instantaneously. Some will call that a miracle. It also goes into the miracles that Esau will introduce by the usage of his MOTB technology. But let's read on. It says he had power. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. And so this is all going into the image of the beast, because the Lord created people to do work. He created people to farm and to create things, and to and to operate on the planet. But Esau is trying to replace people doing jobs and living normally, and replacing them with robots. This is all a part of Esau's image, and we're going to get more into it as we read on in this article. So let's go back to it. It says, during the conversation, Gates acknowledged that the rapid proliferation of generative AI is generating apprehension among many individuals, which prompted Fallon to inquire about the future necessity of human involvement in this new technological era. Gates delivered a succinct response, asserting, not for most things. So he's basically saying, in most stuff coming into this new age, this new industrial revolution, we ain't gonna need humans. AI is going to take over for the most part, which it makes me think back to the movie. What was that movie called? Subservient, where you had the construction the construction job where they laid off everybody at the job except one human. They kept the human to be the foreman of the job, but everybody else, they replaced them with robots. And so the robots took over the construction job. They was building this building, and they just needed the one human to watch over them. And this is the type of stuff that Esau is planning to do. Let's read on. It says, he elaborated that the design of when and how to implement AI would largely rest with humans, which it will largely rest with Esau and the elites that rule over this kingdom. That's who is going to rest in on where this AI is going to be implemented, how and when. And he's saying it's just going to rest with humans on some general stuff. No, Esau's elites is who's going to implement these things and decide what goes where, because it's his image, and he's going to set it up how he deems it should be set up. It says, for example, he noted that people might not prefer to watch AI-driven devices play baseball, suggesting that certain activities will remain distinctly human. Now, this stands out because what Bill Gates is saying is that when it comes to actually, let's hold that thought. Let's read this next paragraph and I'll explain. It says, there will certainly be aspects we reserve for ourselves. However, in terms of manufacturing, logistics, and agricultural production, those issues will increasingly become manageable challenges, he added. So when it comes to real jobs, or what I mean by real jobs, manufacturing, your production plants, your logistics, your agricultural production, all your food plants, these different things, AI is going to step in and take those jobs over. But when it comes to things like he mentioned, baseball, when it comes to our entertainment, when it comes to turning on the NBA game, the NFL game, we're still going to watch humans play that, because it's the bread and circuses that Esau is going to feed our people, so that in this new industrial age that we're coming into, we're still entertained. We're still going to be able to watch our entertainment on TV, and it's going to be the exact same. We're going to be able to watch Ja Morant dunk on somebody. But your job, when you get done watching the Sunday night football game and you got to go to work the next day, ain't going to be no more of that. AI is going to take that. And what does that mean for people? That means that when everyone is being laid off of their jobs, they're not going to be getting no income from working. And so that's where what Elon Musk mentioned recently, to where he said that with this new technological age that Esau is about to implement, there's going to be a universal basic income. Now, what is a universal basic income? A universal basic income is a social welfare program that gives every citizen a regular cash payment without conditions like work requirements. So you're getting money without working. And what does it say? It says the goal is to ensure a basic standard of living for everyone in a community. So it's like a welfare program where every week or every month you get your money, to get your needs such as food. You have enough money to pay what you need to pay for around the house. Salakia, I had to come on back. So with this universal basic income, with everyone that's been laid off receiving, a monthly sum of money or a weekly sum of money, this is where the MOTB comes in. This is where these, digital wallets and digital IDs that Esau is introducing will come in. Because with this universal basic income, this isn't going to be a thing where they're giving you cash every week or every month. This is why they're phasing cash out. ultimately what this universal basic income will be is, whatever, CBDC or digital money that Esau will introduce is going to be loaded onto your chip or loaded onto whatever digital asset that Esau gives you to utilize the money that he's going to give you. That's what it's going to be loaded onto. It's not going to be paper checks or, these type of things that we're going to, that people will receive this universal basic income. And so with that being said, that takes me to the social credit score, because we have to look at China's system on this social credit score that they have set up, because what China has set up is what Esau is what he's planning to implement globally. With this social credit score, what it entails is that with the surveillance that's surrounding every corner of China, and with everyone being linked into the Chinese government system, they are watching your every move. Where on your commute to work, when you're online, when you're on your phone, when you're talking to people, they're listening to you, they're watching what you do, they're monitoring your behavior. And within that, if you're doing what the government deems is good behavior, your credit score goes up. If you're doing what the government perceives as bad behavior, it goes down. And so, like I kind of explained it before I read the overview here, but let's read it real fast. It says a social credit score is a rating that evaluates an individual's or business's trustworthiness. The People's Republic of China's government uses a social credit system to track and rate people, businesses, and government institutions. Now, right here, what actions affect the score? Good actions: paying taxes, donating to charity, donating blood, making timely payments, and getting good reviews. Bad actions: driving drunk, smoking in non-smoking areas, committing crimes, and making negative statements about the government. So the reason why I bring this social credit score up in the first place is because you have your good actions and you have your bad actions. And if your social credit score is up, if you're doing good actions, that you're being a good citizen, you'll get benefits. If you're doing bad actions, you'll get penalties. What are some of the penalties that it names? Loan denials, restricted travel, and public shaming. Now, another thing that you can add into that is that when this universal basic income comes out, you won't get as much money as other people or get paid at all, depending on what your score is. So before we move on, let's go back to Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. It says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed." Now, the image of the beast, like I mentioned before, entails, life being set up in Esau's image versus, life being in the Most High's image. And so the things that Esau deems as good morals, his pushing of the LGBTQ agenda, his pushing of the women's rights, all the different agendas that he pushes, all the things that, for us in this truth, we see it as unrighteous. But for Esau, we know how Esau gets down. He's a wicked man. And so what's good morals to him is contrary to the Most High. That's a part of his image. And when it says, worshiping the image of the beast, what will come in, the thing that will make people worship the image of the beast is that when you have to operate a certain way under this social credit score to receive a universal basic income, get your money, or like I mentioned, be able to, travel to different places, be able to, go into different stores and things like that, and basically being able to integrate into society, you're going to have to act a certain way. You're going to have to carry yourself in the way that Esau says you have to carry yourself. Just like it mentioned in bad actions. What was one of the things? Making negative statements about the government. Us who are in this truth, especially us that go out on the highways and push this truth, we will be getting our score tanked, because of the different things that we preach, because of us, calling out Esau for the wickedness that he does. Our score would tank, and so the way that us in this truth would carry ourselves would be contrary to the way that Esau will want a person to carry themselves, in his beast system. The different videos that we watch, if you watching brothers' videos, if you watching videos about the truth or Israelites, your score could go down. If you're buying certain things, your score could go down. And this is what's going to cause people to start to lean into that beast system and worship the image, because they're going to want that, you're going to have to act a certain way to, take care of yourself, to get the money you need to have access to live in certain apartment buildings and things of the sort, but this is where faith is going to come in for the elect, because when these different systems come in to where Esau is going to force it to where you have to lean on him to survive, we're going to lean on the Most High Yahweh to survive. Because the scriptures tell us, let's find that scripture real fast. Let me see. Somewhere in the God. Yep, here we go. This is Matthew chapter 6 and verse 25. It says, "Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment? Behold, the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they?" So the Lord allows the birds to eat. The Lord makes it to where, the flowers of the field are dressed, and the Lord takes care of these different things. So if the Lord is taking care of these things, he's going to take care of his elect, those who are serving him, those that are, worshiping him, And so that's where faith is going to come into, where some people, I won't say some people, majority of people won't have faith in those days, even those who have the truth now, because when Esau is cornering in every realm of society to where all the jobs have been replaced by AI and robots, you gotta, operate a certain way for Esau to give you money, because cash is phased out. You can't do no side hustles and side, things to get money, because Esau watching everything. When it gets like that to where Esau has every corner of society, he's watching everything on that level, people will start to lose the faith. People will start to wonder, like, man, how am I going to get out of this? Esau got everything locked down. But the Lord is going to make a way. The Lord is going to get his people through it. So let's go back to Salakia. I believe there was more on that article that I wanted to grab. So let's go back to it. Okay. It says, Gates has been a vocal advocate for the advancements in AI technology globally. Right, because that's why in the scriptures, when we go back to Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, let's read on. It says, "And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." And that's speaking about that's the mark of the beast. That's that RFID chip. And this mark that Esau is going to bring in And this image, this is going to be something that he is setting up globally, to where he has, everyone on the earth in the palm of his hand. That's Esau's ultimate goal. That's the enterprise that he is trying to accomplish. And so this is going to be, in all of society, that Esau is trying to set the system up. And this is why we see that $500 billion has been poured into the Stargate AI infrastructure. This is why we see AI being, introduced in more and more facets of our life. It is, all of it leads to the MOTB. All of it leads to one direction, and it's Esau accomplishing his goal. But we're looking for Esau to accomplish his enterprise, because once Esau gets so far into his enterprise, that's when his destruction comes, and that's when the Lord is going to come back. And through Esau setting up his enterprise, you're going to have those of the elect that aren't going to worship his image, and that won't fall into, Esau's ways. Because really, once this universal basic income comes in and this social credit score comes in, what Esau is going to try to do is force people to live life, or to carry themselves and think and believe what he wants people to believe. And let's get a scripture real fast for that, which is Sirach chapter 10. Sirach chapter 10 verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. And so with Esau ruling over the earth in this manner, he's, the people are going to operate in the manner that Esau wants them to operate in, being the mindset that Esau wants their mindset to be in, and basically believe what Esau believes. This is good, this is bad, because I deem this so. And we know that Esau is a wicked man. As the scriptures say, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And we can't align ourselves with how Esau wants us to align ourselves, because it's going to be in wickedness, because Esau himself is wicked. While you have the Most High, Yahweh, where he gave our people, laws and commandments to live our lives by, which were aligned in what the Most High think is right and what he think is wrong. And when you carry yourself like that, you're aligned in the Most High's image. You're aligned in, in righteousness. With Esau's version of it, you're going to be aligned in wickedness. And so when the time comes and the elect don't fold to what Esau, is the agenda that he's pushing on us, and when we're surrounded by this system and we are resisting it, Esau is going to come down, with great wrath. He's going to try to, force us to lay down and worship that image, and, those are the elect, we ain't gonna fold, and we may have to lay down our lives for Yahweh Shai, as the scriptures say, in Revelation 20:4, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And why are those who don't worship the image of the beast or receive his mark going to be beheaded? Because Esau, that's going to piss Esau off, to where he's made it to where everything you nearly have to come to him to live life, and you have to worship his image and get his mark to operate and live. But even though all of this has been set up, we're still not turning from the Most High Yahweh. We're still not turning to Esau. That's going to drive him mad. And so he's going to snatch some of us up and kill some of us because of it. And just like what Antiochus did in the time of the Greeks, when he made it illegal to be a Jew and to serve the Most High Yahweh and keep our commandments. He was making it to where you had to live as a Greek and follow the Edomites' way. And for those of us who didn't want to follow Antiochus' way, he killed some of our people. He tortured some of our people. Esau is going to be on the same type of time. But what does it say? And they lived and reigned with Yahushua 1,000 years. For those who are put to death for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua in that time, they will be resurrected and reign with Yahushua for 1,000 years. They're going to be joint heirs. You know, and for the elect that make it through those times and don't fold, you know, that's the 144,000 and the 1/3. But we got to make it through those times first, and we got to lean on the Most High Yahweh and have faith, you know. But I just wanted to get into this article. You know, I know I was kind of all over the place, you know, but you know, it's you know, this AI encapsulates a lot of things. This AI being introduced, we have to remember that this is a core part of this beast system, and once this AI gets set up, this MOTB is going to come right with it or right after, you know, and it's all going to fall into place with prophecy and with Esau's agenda. And you know, yeah, you know, that's all I want to bring out this lesson. You know, once again, giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua B'Ha'ar Chakodash. Once again, giving double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, and a salutation unto the elect. Hey, shalom.